we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Jacob Eason and the Indianapolis Colts. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out now comes two-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his fourth year now in the league as he gets set to operate this Houston Texans offense.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10.
Go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And here's Rodgers on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing again. Eason. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Here we go.
1st down,
Check
Indianapolis.
55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time. Go.
1st and 10, Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
41's coming. 41's the Mike. Bandit. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. JT, Pioneer. Shim. Slam.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
They go play action with Eason. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Cobb. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
They never go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eason on 2nd down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Watson. Man open left side is Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
18 more yards there and another first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line.
I got you.
From the gun is Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd down, here's Eason. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. A throw on the money there to Doolin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Hey, defense, let's go. 18 ready. 55, back.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Colts have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Texans 7.
Here we go, D. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Texans, Watson hooking up with Cooks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? You bet. Line him, go. You bet.
First down carry here for Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, throw complete right side to Cooks. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These 2 teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Houston set to take over. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked in.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. The 30, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Play action. It's Eason. And this one complete to Doolin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, 41, 70 range, 70 range. Keep it up. 41's the Mike.
From the gun, Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Operating from the gun, Eason. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And now third and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
70 Lions, 60 Bison, 60 go.
They'll try and run. Taylor, they push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now, a field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. They'll run for it. It's Taylor, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
At the Colts 4-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That's caught at the 3. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again. Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Mike, 58, right there. All right. Let's go, D, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yo, 58's the mic.
A final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Eason. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Here comes Cobb. And able to get this out to the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's It's Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's got his target. It's Cobb. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb, 84 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone.
Ray Roberts on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 6.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Pretty important. They go play action with Eason.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Eason. This one into the hands of Burton. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage, and when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's not going to get me. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Alpha, go. Yeah, right there. Come on, baby.
On 1st down, Johnson. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Raekwon McMillan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Campbell making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And give him a gain of 37. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. The extra point up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here comes Cobb. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On first down, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10.
Hey, check. 3 down.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
41 Mike.
From the gun is Eason. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10.
41 Mike. 41.
On Off the play fake. Eason. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Catch made here by Campbell. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. And his kick is good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This is Cobb with a catch right side. The 20, 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Randall Cobb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off play action. Eason looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Townley. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Watson on target here to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 37 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Andre Roberts now to return it.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That 3rd down conversion, good for 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll take a shot down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready? At the 60. At the 60. Here I come. Here I come.
Again, it's Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard
Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go to Johnson again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost a 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle, but back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans would be happy to see that guy all year long.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have broken the tie.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Roberts on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. Well, the situation very simple here. Late game, down 7. They've got to get it in the end zone.
And the best players know how to be calm in these situations, because you know right now his pulse is like a jackhammer. So how does he rein it in, make sure the team has a little bit of calm, coupled with that sense of urgency? Got to walk that line a little bit, but get it downfield in order to score, and then put the pressure on the guy who kicks the ball, because he could tie the game.
It's been a fun game. It all comes down to this. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Eason, he'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Flush to his right. He's got Jack Doyle. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at the 30, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Roberts now on the return.
Andre Roberts on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. Throwing after the interception. Eason. got Burton here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Let's go. 70 Lion. Hey, tight.
Play action. It's Eason.
I got it.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Off play action. Eason. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Now Eason. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. You must be.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a